Hello again, today I'm staying at the world famous Jama Hotel located beside the Postojna Cave, one of Slovenia's most popular tourist attractions. It's a hotel with a lot of history, including some mysterious goings on during Yugoslavian times. More on that later in this video. I've booked into one of the park facing balcony rooms, so in this video I'll review what I experienced when I stayed here, what you get in the rooms, the breakfast and dining options, and I'll tell you how much it all cost. So I'm heading up along the drive to the hotel complex. This is the same route if you want to visit the cave, and let's face it, you wouldn't really stay at the hotel if you weren't visiting the cave as well. And there's a number of fast food style restaurants and souvenir shops built out the front of the hotel here too. I'll mention those outlets later, but for now you need to find the entrance to the hotel, and it's not easy, as you have to thread your way past the various tourist traps to find the stairs and elevator up to the first floor. So first impressions aren't really that good, but that all changes when you actually enter the lobby, which is modern and stylish, an oasis of calm compared to the crowds of tourists outside. It was easy for me to check in and there was a very friendly welcome. I'm then directed to the lifts to go up to the 5th floor and along the corridor to room 1515. A tap of the key card and I'm finally in the room. It's a nicely presented, modern looking room that's spacious enough. But you might notice on this shot that you can see right into the bathroom. I'll get onto that in a moment. So the bed is very comfortable with very clean bed linen, and we have a padded headboard attached to the wall, although there was some dust along the top of this, so not cleaned for a while. Bedding was very clean though. Beside the bed a simple table, and above a built-in bedside LED light on each side, although one side didn't work. On the other side a larger table with a drawer. A rug below that's a bit worse for wear, and whatever this is on the floor makes me think it's not been properly swept. Nice wall light here though. Looking on the other side, we have a kind of all-in-one curved shelf unit with a chair, and this unit has an integrated drawer, nothing in there, and below a mini fridge containing still and sparkling water. These weren't complimentary though and cost €3 each, which turned out to be the most expensive bottle of water we could find in our whole Slovenian holiday. Above, a funky looking lamp hanging from the ceiling, some info about the hotel, 2 glasses, a phone, and there was another chair here which I forgot to film, sorry about that. By the entrance door a couple of coat hooks, and on the other side storage for your luggage. Above is a cupboard with a strange exposed wire in it, and another empty this time. And there's some hangers and another cupboard that includes the usual safe. The in-room aircon worked well enough, although this panel also had the do not disturb button and a button to call the maid as well, so it's easy to press the wrong one here. So the bathroom, and this is the odd glass wall between it and the bedroom, which I really didn't like at all. And there is a glass door too, which is also very odd and easy to walk right into if you don't concentrate. Sure, there's a curtain for modesty which we had drawn the whole time, but there was a dodgy mark on it. However, the bathroom was very well presented, a highly chromed tap and clean sink, clean towels and below a bin, 2 shower caps and more towels, all very clean. There's the toilet and opposite a towel rail which didn't work when we were there. It looks tied to the central heating and locked down, although you could still turn it on and off, but yeah, it didn't work. And then there's a comedy small bath with a shower. Thankfully there was a wall mount for it. More on that later. This was all spotlessly clean, and again more aquasenses in the corner there. There was also a very underpowered hairdryer on the wall in the bathroom too. So that's the room, but we paid extra for a balcony with a view, so let's head outside. And yeah, the view is absolutely amazing. With it facing west it gets the sun all afternoon and evening, as well as offering great sunset views. Although if you look straight down it's not so good, and you do get a lot of noise coming up from the day tripper tourists. Silent in the evening though because they're all gone. Remember, we paid extra for this view and I'll come on to the price in a moment. You get just 2 plastic chairs and a plastic table out here, all of which could probably do with being renewed. So a note on Wi-Fi, it was easy to connect with no password needed. However, I ran a few tests on it and it really wasn't that good. It was okay for email, but uploading or streaming videos it really struggled. This could do with being improved. So that was our room for the night, and everything was going well until the rain came on, and boy did it come down heavy. It was then that it became apparent the balcony drain was blocked, so suddenly I had a paddling pool out here, and then it proceeded to flood the room. So I called to reception and luckily there was another spare room. So I'm now relocated to room 1509 along the corridor. You'll notice this is the opposite way around and there were some subtle differences in decor and layout, especially in the bathroom, where we now have a sliding wooden door instead. Still a glass wall though, still weird. Also, this one didn't have a shower head mounting bracket up on the wall, which was a pain, and it was also a pain actually having to move rooms, and also I had wet clothing and belongings as well. I'll come back to this in a moment. Anyway, at least it stopped raining, and this one's balcony drain was not blocked, thankfully. So let's get some sleep, and I'll see you in the morning for breakfast, give you my thoughts on the good and the bad, and how much this all cost. Plus, let you know about the special tour of the lower floor. Well, good morning. Thankfully no other disasters during the night, and I'm downstairs, just off the reception area, where the buffet breakfast is served. You can sit inside or out on a terrace area if you prefer, and I have to say the range of options was quite limited and the quality was really bad. I actually felt bad for the staff, who were excellent throughout, but serving this must be embarrassing, as this really felt like a budget hotel's offering. I'd rate this as one of the worst hotel breakfasts I've experienced, other than in a very budget hotel. A real disappointment. And this also put me off dining here in the evening. The hotel does offer 2 dining spaces, but I just thought the food would be low quality, so I skipped it. Oh, there's also a function room here too. One of the cool things to do here is to take the self-guided secret rooms tour. This takes you on a self-guided audio tour of the hotel, although our second stop on the tour was to see some photos on this TV, which was broken, and the hotel cleaners were busy around here at the time. But that slight hiccup near the start behind us, the tour gets more fun as it takes you through some interesting parts of the hotel, talking about the secret recordings and the spying that went on here in Yugoslavian times. It was actually very well done and an enjoyable experience. As a hotel guest, you get 50% off the ticket price. I'll come on to that when I talk about the cost of the hotel. But first, let's get back up to the room and I'll tell you what was good and what was bad that I experienced during my stay at Hotel Jama. So obviously the view is spectacular. Definitely if you stay here, pay extra for a room with the park view. The room itself, on the most part, is very well presented and clean, although there's a few small things like the dust on the top of the headboard, the raggedy rug, and the balcony furniture. And I think that the rain flooding the balcony in the first room, because of a blocked drain on the balcony, hints at a lack of thorough cleaning and maintenance going on, and I spotted that a few times here and there. Although I was moved quickly, I suspect if the hotel was fully booked there might have been a bigger issue here. Also, I didn't get a single thing as compensation for the upheaval and the fact my stuff got soaked. Not even a free bottle of water or a free secret rooms tour. I thought that was a very mean hotel policy. Also, charging extra for a bottle of water was also a bit mean, especially considering the room rate. And this is also evident in the breakfast, as the quality of food was terrible and the selection really poor too. However, there aren't really any good alternatives for food here, as the restaurants below the hotel are geared up for the tourists and are all pretty poor quality too. And they're only daytime restaurants, meaning no other dinner options on site. I ended up walking to nearby Postojna town for an evening meal. It's about 1 kilometre away, so quite doable, and that would be my recommendation. And that kind of sums up my stay. It's an iconic hotel in a beautiful location with some great decor and loads of history. The staff are welcoming and keen to make your stay as good as it can be. However, the hotel has a feel of some kind of head office decision having been made to squeeze the screws to reduce costs as much as possible. The result is a hotel that could have been fabulous, which just snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. So what about the cost? Hotel Jama at the Postojna Cave, for a superior double room with balcony and park view plus breakfast, cost me €153 per night. In addition, I was charged €3.13 per person per night for city tax and an additional €2 for a property fee, but I'm not sure what that actually is. I booked through the Priceline website as it worked out the cheapest for me, but I didn't receive any discounts and I'm not paid to make this video, so remember to shop around for the best price. I also did the secret rooms of Hotel Jama tour, which was an additional €8 with a discount of 50% due to staying at the hotel. Normally it's €16. This I just paid for at the hotel reception at the time I started the tour. So would I recommend this hotel? I thought I'd be getting a premium experience here, but it kind of felt like it was being subjected to corporate greed and missed the mark a bit. I guess if you want to stay somewhere close to the famous cave, then you really don't have much of a choice, and it is a historic hotel. The food options aren't good, but it is in a fabulous location with lovely grounds and a balcony view that's really special. The rooms are good enough, so yeah, give it a try. Just leave your taste buds at the door. I hope you found this review useful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you on my next video somewhere else in the world. See ya!